Hello guys, this is Vexapi, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through step by step how to create a GitHub account. Okay, now before we start, I would like us to actually understand what this GitHub stuff is all about. Okay, so you can see here I've made a Google search which says what's the actual use of a GitHub account. Okay, now let's go through the answer that's here. So GitHub is a cloud-based platform where you can store, share, and work together with others to write code. Okay, now if they say something is cloud-based, let's explain it further. Okay, so when you're using the internet, maybe you go there to search for information, you get the answers quickly. You watch videos on the internet, plenty of data is stored on the internet, right? So that space in the internet where that data has been stored is like a cloud. Like you see when you look up into the sky, the cloud stores like rain or something like that. You see that kind of a thing. Yeah, so the cloud is like a space in the internet where data and information is stored for us to get access to. Okay, so it's a cloud-based platform. It provides a space. GitHub provides a space where you can store the code that you are working on. Okay, the project that you're working on, the code, you can store it there, share it with other people, and then also work together with people there to write the code. Okay, so storing your code in a repository on GitHub allows you to showcase or share your work, track and manage changes to your code over time. Okay, so the repository here is just like a folder. Okay, so if I create my GitHub account, I'm going to give it a name, maybe, okay, Vexy, from like Vexapi to Vexy. So that's going to be my GitHub account username. And now if I'm going to create a repository, it's just like a folder. Maybe we did ICP Hub workshop in UAW. So I want to create a folder for all the codes that I worked on during the workshop. So I'm going to create a repository which I will name ICP Hub UAW workshop, something like that. You get? So repository is like a folder containing related codes that you worked on. Do you understand that? So when you store your code in a repository, it will help you to showcase or share your work with people and also manage the changes in it over time. So the truth of the matter is, maybe when you apply for work in an IT company or something like that, it's like work there. You want to be a software developer, there, website developer, any other thing, maybe a blockchain developer, whatever. You'll be asked to actually submit a link to your repository, right? That is the words that you've done before. So you can name it maybe my projects. That's your repository, my projects. So all the projects that you've worked on before, the codes that you've written, the websites you've created, the apps you've developed, you're going to store everything there so that you can showcase it to people who are coming to recruit you for work. You can share it to people who want to see what you've done and then employ you based on it. Okay. Hope you are following. Now, you can see that at the top here, it said GitHub helps you to work with others to write code, right? So if you're working with others to write code, you should be able to track and manage changes that is happening to the code as time goes on, right? So you can be here, maybe working with someone who is abroad on the same work, all right? Maybe you applied for a job in an IT company, let's say Google, but you've gotten the opportunity to work from home. So maybe you are working from Ghana, you are writing code from Ghana, but you have to work with a team of people. Maybe one is in USA, Kenya, wherever, right? So you guys can come together, collaborate, and write code together in GitHub so that you can be changing it over time. Maybe you are good at this side, the person is good at this side, so you write this, the person changes this side, you are all seeing it together, right? So that's mostly about GitHub and why you should create a GitHub account. Very necessary. Now, in some cases, you are required to maybe use your student email if you're a student to create a GitHub account. Now, this is the reason. When you use a student email to create a GitHub account, it gives you the opportunity to have access to GitHub education. GitHub education. So GitHub itself provides us with some courses that you can actually take to enhance your digital skills, like your IT skills, right? So once you have a student email used to create the GitHub account, you can actually have access to GitHub education. So if you want, you can do it this way. You use your student email to actually create the account so that you get access to your GitHub education, and then you can use your own maybe professional email that you have on your own to create another GitHub account where you put your actual projects and other stuff there. Do you understand that? All right. So in the next one, we are going to actually go step by step into how to create a GitHub account. All right.